Imagine finding the absolute love of your life in private, spending nearly 9 months building a quiet, deeply safe sanctuary away from the world, only to realize that introducing them to the public eye is essentially handing them an active grenade with the pin already pulled. For a global superstar who has spent more than 2 decades having her personal choices, health battles, and romantic history picked apart under a ruthless microscope, protecting the people she loves isn't just a preference, it is a matter of emotional survival. Over the last 24 hours, an incredibly revealing and deeply mature conversation has surfaced, offering the public its first real look at the intense, high-stakes discussion that took place behind closed doors before Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco officially announced their relationship to the world back in December 2023. Speaking with El Pais's Icon magazine, Blanco opened up about the profound vulnerability of that moment, revealing that Gomez pulled him aside and asked him a deeply sobering, protective question. She looked at him and asked, "Are you sure you want to do this? I understand if you want us to just be friends." She was offering him a direct exit route, knowing with absolute certainty that stepping into her world meant surrendering his privacy forever. Blanco's immediate response, a defiant, lighthearted screw it, effectively set off a chain reaction that would completely redefine both of their lives, transforming a quiet, 9-month-old secret romance into a highly scrutinized public partnership that eventually led to their marriage in September 2025. That this newly disclosed conversation is so striking because it highlights a level of emotional maturity and structural foresight that is almost entirely absent from standard celebrity relationships. When the couple first went public in late 2023, the reaction from the broader internet was swift, highly chaotic, and frequently mean-spirited. Fans and casual observers alike flooded social media with intense criticisms of Blanco's unconventional style, his public persona, and his previous career choices, with many arguing that he didn't fit the traditional mold of a Hollywood partner. But we now know that Gomez had fully anticipated this toxic wave of scrutiny. She didn't just stumble into the relationship reveal. She treated her partner's mental health as an active priority, offering him a consequence-free exit before the first headline could even be written. She was giving him a realistic choice because she had lived the alternative. She knew the crushing weight of having the entire internet dissecting your partner's every move, and she wanted to ensure Blanco was choosing that reality with his eyes wide open. The digital space has spent the last 48 hours completely dissecting this entire situation. Speaks volumes about the current state of influencer culture and the toxic expectations of modern audiences. In an era where creators and stars are encouraged to monetize every single stage of their relationships, from the very first date to the eventual breakup, the decision to keep a high-profile romance completely hidden for nearly 9 months is an act of active resistance. It shows a profound understanding that the internet is not a safe place for a fragile, developing connection. If Gomez and Blanco had allowed the public to participate in their early dating stages, the relationship likely would have been suffocated by the endless commentary, theories, and unyielding criticism before they ever had the chance to build a stable foundation. By prioritizing real-life stability over immediate digital engagement, they preserved the integrity of their connection, ensuring that when the public storm finally arrived, they were strong enough to face it together. This protective dynamic has had an incredibly positive, stabilizing effect on both of their public reputations. For years, Gomez was framed by the media through a narrative of romantic turbulence and public struggle, with her personal life constantly overshadowing her immense achievements as an actress, musician, and businesswoman. But her relationship with Blanco, and the deliberate, respectful way they navigated their public debut, has completely rewritten that script. It presents her as an incredibly self-aware, grounded adult who is fully in control of her narrative and fiercely protective of her peace. For Blanco, who was initially dismissed by some online circles as a chaotic, slightly eccentric producer, the revelation of this conversation has completely softened his public image. It highlights him as a deeply supportive, courageous partner who understood the massive personal cost of dating one of the most famous women in the world and chose to stand by her anyway, embracing her reality with a level of calm confidence that has endeared him to millions of fans. Ultimately, this profound backstage revelation leaves the entertainment industry with an incredibly compelling, long-term question about how elite celebrities will choose to manage their personal lives moving forward. As Gomez and Blanco continue to navigate their lives as a married couple, balancing highly demanding careers with a deeply protected personal life, they are setting a brand new standard for Hollywood romance. They have proved that it is entirely possible to survive the crushing machinery of modern fame, provided you are willing to ask the hard questions before the cameras start rolling. The true legacy of their relationship won't be defined by the awards they win or the music they create together, but by the quiet, incredibly brave conversation they had in the dark, reminding everyone that the most beautiful things in life are always the ones we fight to protect before the world ever gets a chance to see them.